Yeah, we back. Mafia Material MobCast episode number 61. Our next, and we're gonna get into a little reaction.
We're gonna call this
TV.
we're gonna call this the Mamba edition. Because today is the day that Kobe died in the helicopter crash.
Oh shit. Yeah, so today,
Rest in peace to the
today is
Mamba.
the day. Yeah, so today I was in Texas because I was actually recording and shit when the nigga like read that shit. And then we ain't even like record nothing else that day. Like fuck it. Cold.
Sad day.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, R.I.P. the Mamba, nigga. Long
That's
live
the
the
day
Mamba.
That's the day the earth stood still.
But yeah. So our next Mafia Material MobCast episode number 61. We're gonna talk about the Lil Durk crash out. Reacting to Street News TV Tricked Off the Streets video. Got a couple of clips. I'll put the full video link in the description. You know what I mean? Shout out SNTV, you know, Chicago's own. Yeah, you know, SN pretty much a professional when it comes to, you know, the expert opinion when it comes to all things Chicago drill culture related. You know, he's one of the guys. You know what I mean? So, let me see. Let me pull this thing up here. See what we got going on. So today we diving into some heavy commentary from SNTV. Just dropped a video called, you know, Durk let the crowd trick him off the streets. Now look, you know, nigga Durk, you know, the voice, he's the one that made it out, you know what I'm saying? But with everything going on with the feds in this case, you know, people are starting to look at his choices differently. So SNTV is saying, you know, he let the internet and the whole slop of bond comments, you know, like really get to his head. So let's see if he's spitting facts or if this is just a reach. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get into it.
In my humble opinion, Chicago was supposed to be the new Atlanta. Chicago had so many people that was doing music, probably the early 2010s, you know what I'm saying, 2012, 2014, 15, even really up until now, to the point to where Chicago would have become a mecca. But instead,
What up, Big
all
King?
of the artists died and went to
Shout out to
jail.
the chat.
And you had exceptions. You had the Herbos, you had the Chief Keefs, you had the Durks, the King Louis. You know what I'm saying? There wasn't many people that actually made it out of Chicago. The most promising ones, they all died. The Pappies, the LAs, they all died. Or like, you know, the 600 situation. Tay 600, he had smut on his name. Rondo and C-Day ended up, you know, being taken out. You know, KTS Vaughn ended up being taken out. JoJo ended up being taken out. So it's like the city of Chicago wouldn't let Chicago blossom. And we literally end up with 10 years worth of dead bodies. The FBG Ducks. Shit, even the King Vons. It's like a deep, dark cloud over the city of Chicago, right? So like I said, you had exceptions.
I don't agree with everything he said.
Yo, because that's a deep point. Like, you mentioned, Herbo, Chief Keef, and Durk as the exceptions and shit. But he's right. Like, if you think about, I don't know if you're familiar with, but if you think about like L.A. Capone, Pappy, Lil JoJo, shit, he did he actually created the song that kind of, that they saying like kind of kicked everything off for real. That BDK shit. You know what I'm saying? You had Duck, like Chicago music really did have the world in a headlock because that drill shit is splintered out. Like you had UK drill, Brooklyn drill, Bronx drill. Like the drill shit got so crazy, they didn't even just call it New York drill. Like each borough had its own kind of like way they were doing their shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Jacksonville, like, you know what I mean? All this shit. Like, I think Jacksonville probably had the messiest drill culture. Like, we seen niggas daddy snitch on them and all kind of shit. Like, in Jacksonville, like, that shit crazy. You know what I'm saying? But,
that shit.
Huh?
That shit was wild. This nigga.
Yeah,
Boy,
that shit.
You give me 3,000 likes. I ain't telling on my son, nigga.
Nah, for real, like, I ain't even got no kids, and I just still couldn't, like, bro.
Nigga, I couldn't tell on. I couldn't tell on the regular. Yeah, I was about to say I couldn't tell on the regular nigga in the street. Let alone I had to tell on the nigga I got to see on a regular basis. Like the fuck.
You know what I'm saying?
Nigga, especially a nigga I created. Like nigga.
Yeah, that shit crazy, bro. Because it's like, damn. But it's like, Chicago, it seemed like just wouldn't let the artists like out the city like blossom. It was like, like you said, that dark cloud. You know what I mean? And when you the last one standing like Durk was, that pressure is probably insane and shit. But here's the question though. Like, that I guess some people, are struggling with like asking what the whole debate is. The real question is, do you owe the streets once you've already like won and shit, right? Like that was what I saw a lot of people asking, and I'm like, bro, I don't know like what streets niggas come from, like, but this whole like sentiment that niggas, you know what I'm saying, got like a lot of niggas that's in the streets, like I can say, I know niggas who like niggas. I don't know no niggas that say like they love the streets. I know niggas who might love the game they in that like in the streets. You get what I'm saying? Like it's like a nigga. You might have a nigga that like doing robbery. You might have a nigga that like selling dope. Like he just like the lifestyle of it. You understand what I'm saying? Like the actual streets itself. It's like if niggas could have all of the perks of the lifestyle and then do away with the bullshit, like they probably would. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Listen,
I just
when I was in the street, I wish I did have a corner office with a phone number you could call and call me for a robbery. Nigga, I'd have been in that bitch like motherfucking Donald Trump. I'd have had apprentices. All kinds of shit. Interns, everything. 1-800, get that nigga.
1-800, get that nigga crazy. Oh, shit. So then, you got the other part. I'm getting this other shit right here. talk about Chief Keef being the standard.
We just gonna use Chief Keef as the standard for success coming out of Chicago. Seeing as though he left Chicago and the people that he was dealing with out of Chicago, which was O Block, who was stealing from him, he let them go and he literally became the biggest influence in the United States of America. To me, to this day, because a lot of the artists that are influenced right now, or a lot of the artists that have the a multitude, or we just gonna say a broad level of influence, they were influenced by Chief Keef, the NBA.
I give him that.
Nah, I definitely say that nigga, that little nigga, because it's layered, pretty much him, either him or Future are responsible for a lot of the new wave. A lot of what you see is just little carbon copy. He was just even about to say NBA YoungBoy and shit, and we know that whole scene because shit, Fredo Bang, Fredo Santana, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of a lot of shit out there. That whole drill culture, because that was the shit that them niggas was growing up on. So if you're 26 or 30 now, Chief Keef and Herbo and all of them niggas, those were the niggas that y'all was listening to, how we was listening to Jay-Z and DMX and shit. You know what I mean? That's what the niggas.
Little niggas. I fuck with Lil Mousy.
You know what I'm saying? Who that?
Lil Mousy, little nigga that died. He was 14.
Oh, yeah, the little nigga.
But see, while I say I agree with him with the Chief Keef shit, because nigga, when Chief Keef came through Charlotte, nigga, when Chief Keef came through Charlotte, nigga, it was at some show, nigga, it was crazy, nigga, it was so crazy. But look, check this. The nigga had some little bitch from out here. They met at the show. The Chicago niggas ran the train on the bitch, put the bitch on Facebook. Nigga, that bitch parents was on the radio trying to get that nigga banned from his music playing on the fucking radio, nigga. Chief Keef. Ever since then, I fuck with the little nigga. And the little nigga called the radio station while they was on the radio station phone.
Yeah, nah, man. That nigga, shout out that nigga Sosa, man. He definitely did it. I was worried about that nigga. I ain't gonna lie. When I first seen an interview, the way he was, I was like, oh yeah, this little nigga gonna crash. This little nigga gonna crash. For you to smart enough the way you did,
when he did,
I was impressed. You know what I'm saying? You did your thing.
He moved like sugar, he moved like 6ix9ine should have moved. When you found out what niggas was doing, he got the fuck away from them niggas. He ain't telling them.
He said, I'm going to Calabasas. Hey, Vlad TV live in Calabasas. You know you ain't gonna be able to pull shit over there.
Or nothing over there.
That nigga ain't living nowhere.
Nigga, last murder went down in Calabasas was Kobe.
Long live the mama. But yeah, man, he moved out to Cali. Durk on the other hand, that nigga, he stayed close. He kept the whole Boys to the Street title. But that title now, is it a badge of honor? Now that it just basically turned into a target for the feds. So let's see what he says about the tricking off the street part.
Now, Durk allowed the internet, he allowed the streets to create a situation well, I ain't gonna say create a situation because the situation was created when Von died, but create a storyline, so to speak, and a narrative to where if you don't get back for Von, you a bitch ass nigga. No one looking at it like, okay, Von got took out in a whole nother state. This ain't no Chicago beef. Lil Ray Ray and Tony shooting at each other. This ain't that.
The fuck that's what
we gotta cross state lines to get to these niggas. Which means either one, we gotta carry arms across state lines, or we gotta know somebody so that we can have access to guns when we get to these places.
Lil J just got out the cab.
Durk allowed
nigga, as much as they play with guns, they should know how to break a gun down.
Durk allowed the crowd to become.
You know what?
I said, as much as them little Chicago niggas play with guns, they should know how to break a gun down. So traveling with a gun should never be a problem.
Well, I mean, shit, they definitely. I know they be traveling through the Midwest and shit. I remember, they called one of them niggas lacking in the hotel and shit like that or whatever.
He allowed the crowd to mentally F him.
Yeah, this right here to me was like the heart of the video and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, Durk allowed the crowd to become bigger than him. And that nigga was big. Like, think about that. Every time Durk posted, the comments were slide for Von. It didn't matter if he had a #1 album. The internet wanted blood, nigga. And, you know, SN is saying that, you know, Durk actually listened to them niggas. And, you know, Durk, he even mentioned on this shit that Durk said in the DJ Academic interview, where he said, like, you know, I wonder why they ain't saying slide no more. You know, he's like, that's a crazy realization. Like, he basically saying Durk crashed out to satisfy the people who aren't even in the trenches with his ass.
Nigga, listen to the peanut gallery, man.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, for real, I'm pretty sure, bro, cause like, if you think about how many niggas, you know, down with OTF that had a lot riding on Durk being successful so that they could, you know, get they shot, I'm pretty sure that them niggas probably would have liked to say, like, hey, man, fuck it, that nigga made his choice, man. We need you.
Yeah.
Like, the only niggas who are really gonna be like pushing the whole slide for Von narrative is the niggas who can't rap, and so all they can do is slide. So they need you to constantly have a reason to send that cash app or whatever the fuck it is, however you paying niggas. You know what I'm saying? It's this other shit right here.
I felt like Durk felt like he had too much to prove. He felt like he had too much to prove to the streets of Chicago. And at the end of the day, like Chief Keef, you ain't had shit to prove or nothing. You ain't owe nobody nothing. Do what you can do. Grab who you can grab. But Durk wanted to be known as the voice of the streets. So when you wanted to be known for the voice of the streets, you surround yourself with the bullshit gonna always come back. The things that you're rapping about and admitting to, saying in your songs. This is the greatest form of self-snitching that we have today.
The greatest form of self-snitching. It's true though. Everything playing around, like, you know, it ain't like the 2010s no more and shit. They watching the tweets, the lyrics, the Instagram live, like all this shit in real time. You know, if you're the voice, you're the one they want to silence the most.
Heard what 2 Chainz said, nigga. You be fresh as hell if the feds watching.
For real. And saying that shit by trying to be the ultimate street legend, he gave the Fed the blueprint to pretty much take his ass down.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and like, he kind of made it easy. You know, final thoughts. You know, I'm getting to the final thoughts and shit like that. Shit. SNTV ain't hold back or whatever and shit. You know, getting to the conclusion real quick. Shit. Oh, there you go.
This is crazy. You niggas did. He was too worried about what the streets would think about him if he didn't show love. And now that he's in the situation that he's in, everybody has turned on him. And if he does, God forbid, he does get convicted and sentenced to some fucked up numbers, he will live to see from in there that it was all a facade. That
shit gonna be some fucked up numbers.
It was just about what motherfuckers could get up out of you. That's what it was the whole time. So in my humble opinion, man, Durk got tricked off the streets. That's what, I mean, that's my conclusion. Durk got tricked off the streets because he couldn't handle peer pressure. He wanted to be accepted. Now that's my non-biased opinion. It's your boy SN. I'm out.
Yeah, man. I mean, yo, it's really like low key. I mean, shit is a fucked up situation because, like, nigga was really a generational talent. Like the nigga Durk was actually one of the few like Chicago drill niggas. Like I actually like that nigga music. You know what I'm saying? Like that nigga had some shit. You know, like rap shit, the melodic shit or whatever. Like nigga got, you know, he got busy on that shit. And you know, basically he about to potentially lose it all over a narrative, nigga. You know, like Durk ain't owe the fans no get back. You know, somebody should have been in his ear telling him that. Or, you know, did he owe, or did he feel like, you know, I don't know, like shit, he owe his family and his career, you know, a getaway. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, get the fuck away from all the bullshit, bro, because, you know, Vaughn was on what he was on. Like, Vaughn decided what the fuck he was going to be, you know what I'm saying, like a long time ago. And like I said, you know, essentially, even though Quando from Savannah, like that shit happened in Georgia, you essentially attacked the nigga in his own backyard.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like, why are you even talking about this New York shit? As much as it be the city upstate shit, at least for me, I can speak for myself. Ain't no niggas up in like Albany and none of them spots where I used to be at finna let no out of town nigga do nothing to me up there.
Definitely not.
Boy, like that shit, you know what I'm saying? That shit gonna be different kind of hell for niggas.
So the thing about that, only we could talk shit about each other in New York.
Yeah,
Y'all can't.
it's like the Knicks. It's like we talk shit about the Knicks, but it's like, oh, y'all not gonna talk shit about the Knicks.
Not at all. Because, nigga, the Knicks is either the first or the second richest team in the NBA. So, nigga, fuck your little bullshit broke ass team.
God. Listen, whether we win championships or not, we still sell our merch.
We still the biggest stage in the NBA. Madison Square Garden, nigga. Not that bullshit in Boston out there with Brian Anthony and them fucking Adidas shorts. He got his ass beaten out there in Miami that he wore all weekend.
I'm gonna tell you like this. We have playgrounds in New York for basketball that are more legendary than some of these niggas' actual arenas.
Shout out to Rucker Park. Shout out to Soul in the Hole. Shout out to King Dome.
Word.
What's that other shit? Shout out to West 4th Street.
Oh, word, hell yeah. Yeah, man, like a lot of a lot of spots and shit like that or whatever. Like, nigga try to say, yo, y'all need to stop, like y'all the mecca for basketball.
We is.
Y'all, nigga. Look, it's like this, right? We don't sit here and try to take football from you down south, nigga. I got more land to play that shit. You understand what I'm saying? We don't got that much grass, nigga. We got plenty of blacktop and milk crates. So even if we ain't got a court, nigga, we'll make one anywhere. We'll fuck up traffic or whatever for a 3-on-3. I ain't lying. You know what I'm saying? But shit. That's what's going on. More news on this boy Durk. Oh man, that nigga got himself in a pickle, man.
Yeah, see the thing about niggas in situations like him, niggas gotta realize, man, everybody can't go. So some niggas you gonna have to leave behind. Some niggas you gonna have to leave behind and leave them there. Some niggas you gonna have to leave behind and come get back. So, but at some point you gonna have to leave niggas somewhere if they ain't along with the ride. So.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely shit. Sometimes the universe won't give you your blessings until you get certain bullshit motherfuckers from around you. Yeah. So, sometimes, because of the company motherfuckers keep, they be in their own way. You know what I'm saying?